NuTruth Media, get your info. NuTruth Media, get your info. NuTruth Media, get your info.
All right, welcome to NuTalk. I'm your host, Rodney Smith, and I'm here with...
This year, Mike. It's Isaiah here, your boy.
All right, and Isaiah's new to the show. He's a musical artist here in Indianapolis, Indiana. What's the name you go by again?
GBA3.
GBA3? All right, and what's the name of the project you coming out with? So?
Clinky Land Music.
Say it again.
Clinky Land Music, Volume 1.
Clinky Land, mixtape Volume 1. You say this was inspired by one of your brothers that was killed.
Yes, sir.
He was at a party. You wasn't there,
Nah.
but you heard about it.
Yeah, I got that text.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I wanted you on the show is that, as far as I see, I don't think that this world values the life of black men. What do you think about that?
You know, we kill each other. We're really not. For real.
So when we kill each other, that even proves that we don't think that our lives are valued.
We don't, our generation don't think like that. For real. We not mature. We don't think like that.
Okay. I see what you're saying. What do you think about that, Isaiah? The value of black men, the value of our life.
I mean, what he said, black on black crime. We are mature. We go around shooting each other. We're not, thinking about what we're doing, like our actions. Like the consequences for actions. We don't think about those things, like how other people perceive us.
So when they see us killing us, what do you think? What kind of message do you think that sends?
Stay away. Like they want us, they want us to stay away because if you're killing each other, then that obviously means that you're both gonna try to,
Kill them too?
Yeah, kill us too. So, yeah.
What do y'all think we should do about it? Well, how do you think we should mature? You said we're not mature. What do you think we can do as black men to help our youth mature more? That's tough.
I really haven't even thought about it for real.
I know. That's what.
I wouldn't know what to say because I just stay to myself. I don't really be thinking about too much of that. But if I had something to say about it, I'd say.
What would you say?
Lord,
That's tough, right?
That's tough. I don't know what to say. I don't got nothing to say.
What about you, Isaiah? What you got to say about that? Where did we start?
We start by looking at ourselves, ask the question, how can I change? And just try, even if you fail, try something.
So are y'all saying this is an individual thing? Like it's
at first, look at yourself, so then you can look at others. Because, you can't judge others. You can't point your finger at the other person, but, you judge yourself. You think about what you're doing. So I think you have to look inside yourself and say, as an individual, how can I change so I can help my people and my community change?
All right, well, let me ask you this then. Did all these black men that are killing each other and picking up these guns, did they make the guns? Did they manufacture the bullets?
Nah, we
did they create the mindset that would make it say it's okay to kill another black person? What you think about that? Huh? What you think about that?
What?
Did the black people, name one black-owned gun company?
If you ask me,
yeah,
because I know the feds, they be flooding all the guns and drugs.
Black people control the feds?
No feds. You tweaking if you think you control the feds.
No, I know we don't. I'm definitely tweaking.
They against us. For real.
So the FBI. So have y'all heard of the counterintelligence program? By the FBI?
What's that?
It was a program that the FBI used. J. Edgar Hoover, you heard of him?
Yeah.
He was I think the first director of the FBI.
Oh, really?
He created this program to basically spy on our leaders over there, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, any black leader. And the only reason we know this is a fact because there was this group of white people who broke into a FBI office, found the documents, and they're online. I'll show them to you one day. Yeah. The documents show that they were tapping Martin Luther King's phone, tapping Malcolm X's phone. They had conversations with these men, and they had a section there. They said they have to stop the rise of the next black messiah. It's deep, right?
That's crazy.
So again, we can't just say it's our fault because we didn't get these ideas in our head. Because all of our parents and grandparents, where were they educated? In these schools? Were the schools run by black people? What? The schools, they weren't run by black people either. What about the media? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, y'all.
We can't
What?
control it.
And we don't control the FBI either.
Can't control it.
Black
Go
people
ahead.
as a whole not focused on that type of stuff.
Exactly, I know.
We don't have the mindset as a
Right.
white person to be able to be in that type of position.
Got you.
You don't.
So
You don't think about that.
now you understand why I want to have this podcast?
We short ourselves in everything, to be honest with you. Because we can be up there with the white people too, for real, for real. We can be presidents. We can be in the government. We can be all that. We just don't have the mindset.
So do you understand why I want to have this podcast now?
Yeah, out there.
Because this is like we said, we don't control the media, but we can control what's on our internet channels. Does that make sense? We can control what we talk about on this podcast. You see what I'm saying? Like we starting there right now. Like you said, you never thought about these thoughts. I'm here to get other people to think these thoughts. You feel me? That's why I think the music is so important. Because whatever you put on the internet, it's there forever.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Can't take it down.
You important. You like a Martin Luther King now. The pressure's on you and other people like you. You feel me? The time is now. Me and him, we didn't get a chance to share with you, but we read this thing called Blueprint for Black Power by Dr. Amos Wilson. And we both took notes on it. Dr. Amos Wilson was a famous black psychologist. And he said the same thing as you were saying, that black people right now, we don't have a lot of power, but power is something that we need to be aspiring for so we can change these things that we were talking about. What else did you want to say about the article we read, Blueprint for Black Power?
There was a lot of good quotes, actually, I got from that. I really liked it. The thing about power, as you said, can I see that real quick?
Yeah.
Powerless, and power being inappropriate to use. I feel like it is wrong. Like how they made us view power.
Yeah, I don't think that. So Dr. Amos Wilson was saying that in the past, the black community viewed power as something bad, that we should not aspire to have it. And what are you saying in response to that?
I'm saying, I don't know what I'm saying, but like.
But you were saying it's not a bad
Right,
thing
it's
to have
not.
power because we need it, right?
Yeah, we need it. Like the thing he said about he said something about a battery, but like there's no life. A battery without power is dead. So we need it. We need some type of power.
That's right.
To keep us going.
Like we said, we need power over the media. We need power over our educational system, right?
Yeah, but that's power that's people aren't willing to give because power feels good.
So then what, we have to get enough power to what then?
Do it ourselves.
That's right. That's what Dr. Amos Wilson was talking about. This is the type of stuff that we don't usually get in the school system because it talks about power. It talks about black people having power. Because right now, we have very little of it. What do you think about power, man? I know you want some power over your career, your music career.
I want power.
You want power, see? He want power, y'all. Like the TV show. People watch that TV show, Power. What about power in education? Power in government, like you said, so we can make changes. That's what we need, y'all. Y'all heard, you seen The Lion? You heard about The Lion King? You know it just came out, right? That movie, the live action movie? Well, they didn't tell us that this movie was built off a African king of Mali. He was called the Lion of Mali. Yes, and it said that the reason you don't know about it because in history, forgetting is political. And it said that the less African kings you know about, by default, the more European kings you'll know about, and you'll tend to value the European kings more than the African ones because you don't even know about the African ones. And it said that they're doing this too. They show you animals in Africa doing these awesome things and having a kingdom to make you uncomfortable seeing real Africans in Africa have power. Does that make sense? We don't feel uncomfortable seeing European kings, but we tend to get a little uncomfortable when we see African kings and hear African names. We'll even make fun of it. Right? Because we're so used to hearing European names that sound normal, even if it's a Schwarzenegger. Like, if it was an African type name like that, we'd laugh.
You're right.
And it's all because of our conditioning. Go ahead, what y'all think about that?
You can go first.
I mean, it's not really too much to say about it. But, I mean,
It is what it is.
they don't tell us about these people. So, I mean, what can we... The name sounds so goofy when you say it. You just never know.
See?
We just don't know.
Because our brains have been trained to think that way.
We just don't know.
You know the other reason I like rappers and having rappers and artists on, because you speak your mind, and that's what we need. I like how honest you are all the time. Does that make sense? Do people say that about your music? Why they like your music?
I mean, everything my music is truth. There's no lies and fabrication. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Just get straight to the point.
Right, the hard truth.
Hard truth, yeah. That's what we need. Hey, well, this is NuTalk on NuTruth Media. This is Rodney Smith.
This is Jeremiah.
Is that it?
Hey, we out.